So welcome to the channel. Another follow-up series to my boat. I'm going to go through today and show you how to add a couple of drain plugs to the back of your Pelican 10E. I love the fact that I have these drain plugs on now. No matter what you do on these boats, you're going to get water inside of this. Either one of these pontoons. It's just going to happen. One of the main reasons is it is a two-piece boat and it's connected right here, and this is not sealed very well from the manufacturer. So if you're into some rain, it's going to wick through here and it's eventually going to end up in your pontoon. So I opted to go through and put these drain plugs in here, and today I'm going to go through and show you how I actually did that process. The tools you're going to need, it's a simple set of tools that you're going to need. You're going to need something for the screwdriver to basically be able to set the two screws in there. You are going to need some sort of a clear silicone, marine, indoor, outdoor, to seal the plugs up. And then you're going to need a hole saw kit in order to actually make the hole that's going to accept the plugs that you have on here. Okay, first part of the process is you need to pick a location on your boat that you actually want to have your drain plugs. I opted to go to the first part where it was actually flat on here. You notice that it's got a slight curve here. I didn't want to be on that curved part because I didn't want to have to fill that with any silicone. So I went up to the first area where it was actually flat. Eyeballed it. I didn't do anything fancy, but you can see that right about there is where it's the flattest part. The next thing you did is I marked the hole, and I got a hole saw. This hole saw, when you actually look at this piece, it's about that thick. A tube that'll slide in to the actual boat, and this is about the hole saw that will accommodate that. So basically I went up there, I drilled the hole through it, and once I had the hole there, cleaned it up, and I got my silicone, and I siliconed the back part of this receptacle here. Give it a liberal amount of silicone, and whatever squeezes off you can clean up afterwards. Pre-drill these holes out, but once I got it in there, I basically put the screws on, and of course you silicone these screws before you put them in, and that is seaworthy. If I actually took these off right now, this is so strong on there that I don't even think I could pry it off right now. Is it going to leak in the future? It might. I can't say that it's not going to. I've had them on there now for 4 months now, and I haven't had any issues with them. I check them every time I pull them out of the water, and there's no water inside the boat. I do imagine eventually they're probably going to take on a little bit of water. The one thing to keep in mind with these Pelican bass boats is that this whole pontoon can fill up to water all the way up to here, and it's not going to go underwater, it's not going to sink, it's just that buoyant. I've already had these pontoons half full, and you do realize on the water when they start to leak, because you'll start to kind of drop a little bit, but you only go up to about this line right here. So I do imagine eventually it's going to start seeping, and at that point in time I'll pop it off on there, go ahead, re-caulk it, re-silicone it, and put it back on, and it'll be good for another 2, 3, 4, 5 years, however long it takes. The real cool thing about them, this plug stays with it. It pops out. You can see it just stays there. Can't pull it any further. It's actually stuck with it. There's an O-ring on here that is replaceable, so if this O-ring fails on it, you can actually replace the O-ring. And that's it. I put it on this side of the boat. I put one on here, and I can show you the front. I replaced the front plugs that come with Pelican with these also. Pelican has the old style, or the typical style, push it in and you click the lever on it. I'm not a fan of them. When I was pulling them onto the trailer, it would hit the front of the trailer and pop those open, and then not knowing it, I would launch the boat. And that was one of the ways that I actually got all the water in here. As you're going forward, the water would splash up in that hole and start filling up my pontoons. So I did replace the front ones with these plugs too. I simply just got a die grinder, a Dremel, opened up that hole a little bit until they were wide enough to accept these. Siliconed them the same way we did back here. Drilled a couple of holes in them and siliconed it, and they're good to go. So I hope this helps you. I love the fact that I have them on there right now. I have not had water in these pontoons since, and I feel a lot better that I can actually drain the water out of this and not have to worry about having water in them. When that water fills up this pontoon, it makes that trailer sway pretty good on the road when you're driving as that water's sloshing back and forth in that pontoon. So hope this helps, and follow back for some more on the boat. Talk to you later.